Hey everybody, how are you today? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce. We're back from Switzerland, back from Europe, back in Canada. We're alive and relatively well. It was a long day yesterday for Jennifer and I, coming all the way back from Zermatt in Switzerland. I think it turned out to be about a 20-hour actual trip in actual time, probably about 20 hours. We we're sorry to leave Zermatt and Switzerland. Really loved it. Uh, is it nice to be back? Too early to say nice. We're back. We're home. No, we're nomads, and we're hanging out right now at our daughter's place. A couple of days, and then we're on the move again to find some more accommodations, which not a problem. Here in Calgary, just last night, we got here, and about 2 hours after we got here, 2 3 hours, we were already in bed, lying down, getting ready to sleep, and the fireworks were going off at the Calgary Stampede, the final night of the Calgary Stampede exhibition and Stampede. And the last night is always the big fireworks show, and it went on for about 20 minutes, and then finally the last of the went off, and you knew that was the end of it. And so we don't have to deal with the Stampede crowds. We don't have to worry about hotel rates being double what they normally are during Stampede week. They're all leaving now. They're all checking out this morning, those who are left. And so Jen and I are going to be finding a hotel here in town while everyone else is getting out. So yeah, that's part of the plan there. Anyway, we're fine. We're doing great. It's nice to be back. Nice-ish to be back-ish. It's not like we missed our daughter. We've had her for the last week, so that's great. That's kind of the neat part about it when you travel with your daughter for the last week of your holiday. You don't have to worry about, with all the anticipation of seeing her was a week ago in Switzerland, which is pretty cool, to let's meet in Zurich. Okay, let's meet in Zurich. Okay, great. That was really nice. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All of you who are supporting this channel, following me from around the planet. Those of you who are watching on reruns, thank you for being here on the rerun. Do me a favor, if you're watching on rerun and if you're watching live, please hit the thumbs up button right now. Get this show a little bit of momentum to let the world know we're back, and we're back onto our regular programming schedule here. The more thumbs ups this show can get, the more people will be referred to us by YouTube, who will follow the stocks we like to follow, and that is a good thing. Welcome all of you. Most of you who are here are option writers, or your option writer wannabes, and congratulations, you are in the perfect market to make an absolute killing in this market. You do not need to find the mother of all short sales stock candidates to make a buck in this market. You can try and find the mother of all short sales stocks, more power to you, but you don't need to go after that strategy to make a living in this business, in this market. You can write stock options and literally, and I mean literally, quit your day job and be a full-time option writer and live off of your premiums. Many of you have already figured it out. Many of you are figuring it out. You don't believe it until you see it yourselves in your own accounts, which is perfectly reasonable. But you're figuring out, many of you, that, oh my God, I don't need $1 million to quit my day job. I don't have to have that kind of money saved up. If I put the right strategy together, listening to Uncle Bruce and his gang here, take some of those lessons of his. There's 13 lessons that you can watch on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Head over there, check out those lessons. They're 2 hours long each, so it's going to take you some time, which, again, you want to go full-time in this business, you better study for it, and you better be prepared to learn it. And it's all in what you put in is what you're going to get out. But I can tell you, what you're going to get out is a lifetime of money for the rest of your life, for a few weeks of learning going in. This is not a tough price to pay. Many of you figured it out. You're figuring out that, yeah, you know what? I can work from home. I can be self-employed. I can be a part-time worker for this company or that company, or a full-time worker for this company. from my house. I don't have to go back to the office. And watching Uncle Bruce and his gang, I can write stock options and make that additional capital that has replaced what used to be maybe your part-time job, might replace a job that you and your wife had on the side to kind of make ends meet. All of a sudden, you and your partner are bringing in enough revenue where both of you are maybe working, but now working from a much less stressful position because your portfolio is generating revenues. Those of you in your 40s and 50s and 60s, you guys are a different breed altogether. You guys have been around a while, and you may have built up some assets in your 401ks, your Roth IRAs, whatever situations you have. In Canada, it's RRSPs or TFSAs. You're now going to be able to manage this money hands-on, and you guys are going to be shocked at the kind of returns you can bring in quite conservatively using very conservative trading strategies. We're not talking about here gambling everything and hoping it works out. No. You're going to buy stock and write options on stock, or you're going to buy deep in the money call options and write options against those. You're going to learn how to do this if you want to by going to my website, checking out my 13 lessons one at a time, and hanging out here with this gang of regulars these are all the folks who've been in my classes. They've all taken, pretty well all of them have taken my classes, and they themselves are now writing options and have changed their lives. In many cases here, these folks have completely changed their economic life, completely. In the last 6 months, a year, there is no resemblance to what they used to go through. And now going forward, they're much more confident, they're much more anticipatory, and they're much more comfortable with the stock market because now they control their account rather than the market control it for them. Big difference, and it's exciting. It really is. So welcome all of you. We're up 238 points right now on the Dow to start the morning. Again, pre-market, we still have 40 odd minutes to go. We're up 26.5 points in S&P, 104 on NASDAQ. Now, in percentage terms, we seem to be up about 0.7 to 0.86 of a percentage point on all three indexes. We were higher an hour ago. They were better than this, so they backed off a little bit, but they're still positive on the day. Oil is up $2.16 to $99.75 in Texas. More and more articles are coming out now and have been in the last week about how the oil market, the future gamblers of the oil market are noticing that usage of oil is lower, especially in America. This is really surprising. Every time gas went up in cost in the USA through $4 a barrel and higher, every price increase, less fuel was wanted. Americans are driving less. They're getting smarter, they're getting craftier, and they're becoming way more efficient. And there are a number of Americans who've decided, yeah, my boss wants me to come to work, or I have the flexibility to come to the office or not. I'm going to the office twice a week, not 4 times a week. I'm going 3 times a week, not 5 times a week. I'm going once a week, not 3 times a week. People are cutting down on their commuting, and they've decided that they're going to stay home and work instead of go to the office at $6 a gallon or $5.50 or $7 a gallon, depending on where in the U.S. you live. Same in Canada. Canadians are figuring it out. Europeans have been figuring it out. A number of Canadians and Americans and Europeans are changing their entire way of utilizing their vehicles, their bicycles, their mass transit, everything to minimize cost, maximize retained capital, and deal with this. And it's working. It is working. Oil was $123 a barrel a month and a half ago, West Texas, barely 5-6 weeks ago. Now it's $99.78. And the talk is, there's logistical problems everywhere. Crap. All crap. More oil is coming onto the market every day from the Middle East, European sources, North Sea, so on, Canada, the US, Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela, even Venezuela is producing more oil, 300,000 barrels a day more oil out of Venezuela. The basket case of South America, the absolute basket case, even they are producing more, because at these dollars, at $100 a barrel, you don't pass this opportunity up to bring in some serious money. Dictators around the world that have oil reserves are upping their production as much as possible so they can keep those bribes going to their military officials and their junta leaders and all their judges and jailers and everything else to keep their populations crushed. Greed is a wonderful thing. But the usage of the fuel is dropping. And now the talk is that if China is going to go into a recession, which is now more and more being talked about because of these supply chain problems and the latest variants of the virus, they're talking about mass testing going on in major Chinese cities right now. There's talk about hundreds of millions of people being locked in again, which is going to cause massive supply disruptions globally, and will also create massive economic turmoil globally, because Europe and China and Asia and China and Africa and China, North America, the trading between us is going to drop dramatically, and oil usage will drop further, and production will continue to rise. And so there's only one direction oil can go: lower. You can talk about the Ukrainian war all you want, what Russia's doing. You talk about that all you want. Not going to matter. It's going to we're going to back off in price. And if you folks in Canada, the USA, when you go to your local gas pump, you don't just fill her up. You only put in half a tank at a time. You will cause such a backup of fuel in the system that is expecting you to just drive. Prices will plummet, and they've already started to do that. So just saying, there it is. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And Options Nomads lesson number 7 about puts is full of gold. I watched it for the 3rd time last weekend. Each time I have a new aha moment. Yes, that's the thing about taking my classes. The entire focus here is to get you guys to understand how complex options really are. They're simple on the one hand, but they're complicated on the other, and you've got to figure out the nuances of how they work and how they can depreciate and how you can score serious money into your pocket just writing a handful of contracts on certain stocks. It's shocking the kind of percentages you can bring in. But the aha moments, many of you out there get these aha moments. You've been around here a little while, and all of a sudden it goes, oh, that's what they're doing. Oh, you mean they're offering their shares for sale, but they really don't want to sell them to somebody else, but yet the person's prepared to pay them money up front for the potential that they might buy them off of them, if only if the stock goes way up. But if it doesn't, they get to keep all them. Oh, aha. And is this legal? Are you allowed to do this? Why, yes, you are. And this is what's happening here again and again and again and again. And I thank all of you for pumping in here. This is going to be fun. It's me asks, is it better to write in the money calls for more book value or out of the money calls for time premium? That depends on the stock. Certain stocks you can do in the money call writing, certain stocks out of the money call writing, and also your tax situation. If you're sitting on a stock that you've had for years and years and years, and even in this bear market, you're way up on it, you don't want to be exercised. In effect, you don't want to write a contract where you're likely to be bought out, because once you are bought out, you have to book the gain with the IRS. Where if you can write an out-of-the-money option, depending again on your specific situation, this is not a blanket answer. I can't give you a blanket answer. But your specific tax situation, you might only write options out of the money and stay out of the money, stay ahead of the market significantly. You may not bring in those premiums that you would if you were in the money, but you're also going to avoid a tax hit. If you're in a tax shelter type scenario in Canada, if you have a stock in an RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan, and you're writing options against shares inside an RRSP, it doesn't matter whether you get exercised or not exercised, because whatever gains are made are not subject to taxation inside the RRSP, the retirement plan. probably the same for the IRA in the US. So you will write more aggressive contracts. And again, this is why you take my classes. You'll learn all of this. Aaron Duchesne, thank you for the thumbs up, my friend. I appreciate it. Alberto is here, says you can start now, Bruce. I'm here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Aaron wants to know, what do I think about ETFs like VTSAX? I have to be honest with you guys, and those of you who are regulars here, you know my answer. There are thousands of investments out there that are listed that you can invest in. ETFs, exchange traded funds, of course, index funds. You can invest in stocks. How many different companies can you invest in? I mean, my goodness, the Dow 30, the S&P 500, the Russell 2000, the Russell 3000. How many stocks? How many can I possibly follow for you? How many can I be an expert in? I can't even be an expert in dozens. I mean, really, I could be a generalist. Yes, I can give you an overall market impression. I can give you an overall feel. Sure. But can I be specifically able to answer this question for this particular entity? No, I can't. And that's where I have limitations. I'm a one-man wrecking crew on a YouTube channel that doesn't have 25 people working for him. I don't have 2 million members of this channel. I don't have a million views a day, where YouTube is throwing me thousands of dollars a day in revenues. And so it's a one-man show. Generalistically speaking, and I talk about writing options. So there's certain limitations that you have to accept with this gentleman and his channel. Spicy Android, thank you for the 93rd thumbs up. So you guys hitting the thumbs up button for me already. Number 100 thumbs up has already come in. We're we got 40 some odd minutes before we open for training. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for getting me up here already. Those of you who are watching on the rerun, hit the thumbs up button now, right now. Get this show additional momentum, this channel additional momentum. I thank you. I really do. All right. Welcome, one and all. Bjorn is 98. Aaron Duchesne. Thank you, Aaron. Buddy. No problem. Thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, I can't do it. Now, there will be a time, I hope someday, I don't know when, I'm not making promises, but I would like to do more updates for you on certain ETFs. There will come a time where I'll bring up some ETFs for you to consider that you might even want to write options on. And that's the point. Anything that I bring to this channel going forward, I really want to stay on the angle of, here's something you can consider investing in as a safe investment, but you can write options on it as well and haul in additional capital. Nice going. Speaking of that, how about Goldman Sachs? Goldman Sachs today has released their earnings this morning, and they beat the street. And the street is loving what's coming up. They increased the dividend by 25% this morning. They announced that. The stock's at 304.74, up 10.87 a share. And they came out with predictable commentary about how certain parts of our businesses are doing well, certain parts of our businesses not doing well. But overall, we're making more money. The one area where they're really shining is advisory services, investment advisory services. When you folks ask me to get together for a one-on-one consultation where I'm on the camera over here and you're on the camera over there on Saturdays or Sundays, you're offering me $400 an hour to be together with you for an hour. That's a consultation. You want to have a 1 hour consultation with Goldman Sachs and a team of 20 specialists? Think about how much that would run you. It's $1 million meeting or more. And it's the first of many, because if you're a corporation and you're engaging the services of Goldman Sachs, no matter where in the world you are dealing with an entity that will charge you $5 to $10 million for their time, but they will give you hundreds of millions of dollars of ideas and solutions to problems you might have specific to you. What I do, of course, is you're hiring me for an hour for $400 US. I am pretty sure, as a matter of fact, I have yet to have anyone say to me, I didn't get $400 worth of advice from you. I always get the response, good Lord, I've made 10 times as much money, 20 times as much money, 50 times as much money. Listen to this guy, because we have our one-on-one. He records it. He sends me the recording so I can watch it again and again and again, and I get to follow this man's advice for the rest of my life. Unlike Mr. Takagi on Die Hard, who will not be joining us for the rest of his life. And you'll be making money again and again and again. While our friends at Goldman Sachs, the advisory division, is making $1 zillion for this company to offset income not being made from IPOs and other financings, because of course the markets are down. No new public companies are going public right now. SPAC financings have dried up. So Goldman has to find other ways to make money. Well, they do. And their advisory services are the way to go. And it's likely now that they're doing a hybrid of services for these corporations. They're probably offering them bond financing ideas, bank financing ideas, stock financing ideas, or a combination of all three in one package. And this is for private companies and public companies and government institutions. These guys don't just consult companies, they consult institutions. So if you're the university, if you're Notre Dame, or if you're Princeton and you've got a massive endowment, you're talking to Goldman Sachs as to how to make money with your money. I can guarantee you that. That's being done through all universities around the world, not just 2 or 3 schools in the US. This is a global thing. Institutions like pension funds, hedge funds, ETFs, mutual funds, all talk to Goldman. They all do talk to Goldman. And so Goldman is the Wall Street banker. That's the one you go to, and that's how they're doing it. All right. Welcome one, welcome all. Is anyone talking about writing options on Google today? I haven't even mentioned it. Just so much going on. I can't keep up with everything. There's so much happening. Let me take a look. I see GameStop 144.67 up, by the way, up $3 this morning. No one's talking about it, but it's there. Google, let's take a look at Google. Here we are. Yeah, $112, $114.08 is where we are in the pre-market. 114.08 on Google now, having split 20-1. Those of you out there who bought 5 shares, 10 shares, 20, 30, you now have hundreds of shares of Google. You are now able to write options on Google like you are and have been able to write options on Amazon. Congratulations. Welcome to the party, pal. You now can start taking a look at these contracts going forward. And your option chains will likely reflect the new prices in the next few days. And we'll keep an eye on just how it goes. We'll see how things work out for the stock. Will Alphabet run to 120 a share because of this split? That will be $2,400. Does it go to 125? That's $2,500. We'll follow this closely, and hopefully some of you will be writing options real soon in some real juicy premiums coming your way. So yeah, my recommendation is to let the stock trade today. Let it open this morning and let it have a little run. And you might decide, yeah, I'm going to write options maybe later today. I might write options that expire this Friday or next Friday, but I'm going to be $5 ahead of the market. If it's a 122 a share, I'm going to write 127s or 128s. Again, whatever contracts you can write, you have to take a look at your option chains. And take a look at the premiums you can bring in, and then kind of go from there. Whether it's this Friday or next week Friday or the week after. If you go out 2 or 3 weeks, you can write further out of the money if you want to. On the other hand, you can write closer into the money for the fat premium and say, I dare you to take me out at 125 a share. Go ahead, here, give me X amount right up front plus 125. You got my stock, man. I'm more than happy to give it to you. Maybe you're getting 135, 140. That's $2,800 on the pre-split price. Again, each of you have your own scenario to think about. But yes, Google has just been split, and so you're in the split business. Rova, here you go, Uncle Bruce. Thumbs up for you. Hello from Canberra, Australia. Thanks, man, Canberra. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. We have 116 thumbs ups. An absolute fabulous start to the show. Thank you, everybody. Keep those things coming in for us. Hit the thumbs up. Let me know what number you are. Maybe we can hit 200 thumbs ups even before the market opens. That would be really cool. We got 35 minutes to go. Nice bike mate says, hi all, everyone, UK, Europe, loving the heat today. Oxford is nearing 100 Fahrenheit, scorch-a-roo. Spicy Android. HPQ call Dad and Friday for 30. Should I let it be purchased and then just rebuy into it? You could, or you could roll over. You can always buy back your call now and write a call for next week or the week after for the same strike price or 50 cents higher, $1 higher, take in as much or more money and step up your exercise price. Good plan. Good plan. John, number 98, good morning from Chicago. Aaron, do you still think Goldman Sachs is going to be a $700 stock eventually? I think it should be 700 now. This stock is so grossly undervalued. They just bumped their dividend by 25%. Did you guys get a 25% pay raise the last time you went to your boss and had a chat about the inflation and tough times? Or did your boss offer you a 4% raise with maybe a 5% next year? 25% pay raise for all Goldman shareholders immediately on dividends. That's pretty okay, I'd say. Morning, y'all, from Steven. Derek Brooks, thank you for number 114, buddy. Chase, thanks for being here today. John, Uncle Bruce, do you ever hear from Auntie PC anymore? I haven't heard from her in an awful long time. Well, Auntie PC used to be a member of this channel, and she was always commenting. And then I think she disagreed with some of my perhaps slightly to the left leanings on certain matters and decided to no longer support and just be here on the outside. I don't know. She could well be lurking. And if she's here, I wish her all the best, as I always have and always will. But I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Lame Duck, I'm waiting for Google to settle on before I write. Premium's not real big. Give it the day. Let's see how the day progresses. Who cares? Number 115 says, let's go. Good morning, all from Flesh Infection. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. 32 minutes to go before we open for trading. And I'm looking forward to the start of the day. Should be an interesting one today and going to be exciting, I think. Again, thank you, all of you out there who are following this channel, supporting us as members. Your membership is incredibly important to this channel. Keeps Jen and I going. It allows me to be on the air. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's the number one source of revenue to this channel, and I thank you all. We've just gone to members only format. Please become a member if you could, if you would, and join the gang. If you're going to become a Gold Bagel member, one of these guys, you're going to hit the upper. You're going to be in the penthouse of this channel. And guess what? This Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time, it's Primetime Live just for Gold Bagel members. So this is your chance to talk to me after hours without the market in the middle of everything. And we can go over your portfolio and where you're at and what you're doing and what you're writing and how you're doing and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and blah, 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 blah. Gold Bagel members love Primetime Live Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern. And if you'd like to be part of that gang, this is your chance to talk to me one-on-one without us having to worry about the changing market while we're in the middle of it all. Looking forward to it. We're back to normal, and we're up and running. We're back in North America, and so here we go. Back to the regular schedule. Anyway, Puke Burb says, I got some Google, but the stock's dipped far below my cost basis now that I can't write covered calls. No. You can always write covered calls, no matter what you paid for your stock. What point should I think about buying more to lower my cost average? Look, it doesn't matter what you paid for your Google. This is a common, again, for a lot of you out there who are new to this, or you have this aversion to thinking, oh, the market has worked against me and I'm down on my investment. I don't want to lose my stock. This is exactly when you should be writing options. If you have an average on Google that's higher than what it's trading at, and later today, tomorrow, there's a decent premium out there, you might well decide on purpose to write a call option that's in the money for, say, 2 or 3 weeks out. Let's say the stock, again, I'm just pretending here. These are not official numbers, okay? Don't take this literally. But if you can write a call option on Google that's, say, 5 in the money, 10 in the money, out long enough where you can get $5, $10 additional time premium on top of that, you're bringing in $20 a share cash right now on your Google, and you're putting it out there in the money. You're daring them to take it off your hands, okay? What if you did get exercised? Let's say in the last week of the contract, the stock is, even higher than it is now, let's suppose, and you get taken out, you have a tax loss. You have a tax loss. You sold your Google at a lower price than you paid for it. You just brought in this premium, though, which is a capital gain. Let's not forget that. One negates the other, or one goes against the other. You get the write-off the tax loss. But what you can then do, and again, I'm not an expert in U.S. tax law, but I suspect what you could do is to not be out of your Google investment. You turn right around, and as soon as you get bought out, you buy deep in the money call options on Google that are good till next year, and you write options on those. You wait your 30 days, and then you buy back your stock. And in fact, you will write options in the meantime, let the stock fluctuate, whatever it wants to do. Then when your future option position is flattened again, you had a call that you wrote, it expired, or you bought it back, you can then choose to, after 30 days, 31 days, sell your covered calls, buy stock back without it being a wash sale, and then write on the stock again. Do not be afraid of being taken out. Not at all. If you're down on a stock, let's say you bought GameStop at $200 a share. Just this is all theoretical. It's trading $144 right now. You're $56 under, right? You could write right now a $150 contract, good till this Friday, good till next Friday. You could write a $155, good for a month. Bring in the premium, stay ahead of the stock, not be exercised. Always keep an eye on the market, obviously. And every dollar you bring in premium goes against the cost of your stock. So if you pay $200 for your GameStop and you can bring in $8 in premium for, say, a 3-week contract, your cost of the stock's now $192. Again, this is in your head, not in reality with the tax man. In your mind, you're going, okay, I paid $200 for it. I just got $8 for 3 weeks of my time. I'm now into this thing for $192. 3 weeks from now, you write another contract for 3 weeks. You bring in another, say, $8. You're now $184 into this stock. You do that every 2-3 weeks. All right. After 3, 4, 5 writes, you've brought in $40, let's say, 5 times. You've just reduced your cost to $160. You're trading at $144 today. You're only off $16 a share. You do not write because you're down on the stock. You never do that. You're always writing on your stock. You're making your stock pay you to hold it at whatever price is trading at. Okay. Check my lessons and learn how to do this. It's there. It's there. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much. Flesh is saying to John, Auntie's in the Discord channel all the time. Thanks, Flesh. What else is going on? Alberto, lame duck, just seen that 197 for 113s. Christian, the Mexican president just did something that could help Biden for the next election. Mexico is willing to provide fuel to New Mexico, Arizona, California by sharing their pipeline that Mexico has. Chatter, still buying SoFi, is still buying Spire. And Nick, is it nice to be home, Bruce? Give me a couple days. Yes, we just traveled for 20 hours, and I think I had 5 hours of sleep. So I'll get back to you on that. Alberto, 114s at 348, expiring 11 days on Google. My writing finger is patiently waiting to write. There you go. Aaron, I should buy some more SoFi, but the reverse stock split has me hesitant. I don't know what to make of the reverse split. Has it been announced? I don't think it's been announced as far as what will it be. If anyone knows, let me know. I've been on an airplane for 20 hours or been traveling for 20 hours, and I'm a bit fuzzy around the edges. So we're waiting for that info. A hybrid Duncan, morning, Alberta, just back from Treasure Island, Florida. Wife's birthday weekend. Right on, man. Welcome, Duncan. Nice to have you here, pal. We are 25 minutes away from opening this session today, and we're watching a lot of stuff simultaneously here. We've got Goldman Sachs shares at looks like 303.99, up about $10. We've got Google at 113.81, up, but 113.89, up 112. Again, you want to give the stock a little bit of time to go any higher. If it wants to have an opening, a nice little opening to 114, 115, let it happen and put in stink offers on options that are either this Friday or next Friday, perhaps at a premium, to take a premium move up and a premium on the contract. Keep an eye on that. All right. Don't write an option too soon to be locking yourself out of potential upside gains. We'll see how this all plays itself out. All right. Thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate this. And thank you, all of you who have already hit the thumbs up button on this show. 138 thumbs up, and we're 24 minutes to go before we open. Hit the thumbs up. Let me know what number you are. Get me to 200 thumbs ups ASAP. We got 256 of you here. I see 139 already in. We need 61 more to get to 200. I'm sure we can hit this. If you're watching on the rerun, please nail the thumbs up button right now, even though you're watching on rerun. Help us out with the momentum of this channel. 141 now, 59 thumbs ups to go to get to 200. Now we have 143, 57 more to get. Thank you, all of you, so much. GameStop, 144.26, up 262. It's all about the split that's happening, I believe, at the end of this week. I think starting Friday, GameStop starts trading on a split basis, a post-split basis, 4-1. Then we see all next week the shenanigans of how the stock will react to that. And those of you who have written 1, 10s, 15s, 20s, 25s, 30s, and 35s, you are all going to see whether or not these contracts stay in the money or not, whether the stock stays at these levels or gives it up, because the shares have come up $30 from 113 about 3 weeks ago, before the announcement was made, to the 144 level right now pre-market. And I'm asking myself, can they hold this kind of price gain? Can they get the 150, which is $37.50 after the split, or will it go back down to 120 a share, which is $30 post-split? This is what we're going to watch for, and we'll stay on top of that. Now, those of you who've written options, you're going to have 4 times as many options written at 1/4 of the price. Those of you who've got shares, of course, as well as writing options, you've got 4 times as many shares trading at 1/4 of the price. We've got a lot of things going on. So starting next week, a bunch of you on this show, a bunch of you are going to be writing, instead of 1, 2, 3, or 4 contracts at a time, you're going to be writing 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 contracts at a time. So instead of getting $8 a share per contract, you might be getting $2 a share per contract, times 4 times the contract. You've got work to do. We've got work to do. We have money to be made. And I'm excited for you. I really am. I'm not worried about the stock going to the moon. I'm not worried about cratering either, but I am looking for it to swing. And this is where it's going to get really interesting and juicy, because a $1 swing next week is a $4 swing right now. And so if we have a $3 drop on the stock midday, that's $12 that we've dropped off. We're going to see some volatility here, and we're going to see some opportunities to make some serious option money. Okay, stick around and enjoy the show, because I think we're going to have ourselves some fun here. And I thank you all for already being here now. All righty. What else am I doing here? Let me check a look at my watch list. Stocks that we like to follow. Rocket Lab is up about 6 cents this morning to 401. SoFi is down 6 to 623. GameStop up $3 to 144.66. AMC up 23 cents to 15.60. Got Matterport up 7 cents to 391. 23andMe up 9 cents to 290. Aspire up nickel to 122. ATIP Physical Therapy up 2 cents to 127. Smart Rent up 21 today to 483. I don't have any change on Cyxtera. I closed at 11.85 on Friday. Apple up 96 cents to 151.13. I am surprised at the strength of Apple, but I'm not, because the stock, got to near its low, but it might be a little high now. Again, we've got to wait for the earnings on the second quarter to come out to really find out where Apple is hitting and missing on their results. We're really going to have to wait for this. There could be a $10, $15 swing on Apple either direction, but I think the idea of a downside swing is more likely than an upside swing, just my opinion. 151 right now with a 135 downside is my hunch when the earnings come out, but that's still down the road a ways. Goldman up 1162 to 305.49. Cisco up a dime at 43.18. Tesla showing a $14 gain of 7.34. Arctic Innovation up $1 at 45.12. Microsoft up 2.32 to 2.59. We got Bed Bath & Beyond up 7 cents to 5.03. Pfizer's up 19 to 51.94. We got HPQ down 12 cents to 31.54. Carvana up 62 cents to 21.88, and Twitter down 36 cents to 37.39. Those are the pre-markets of some of our favorite stocks that we like to watch here. All right. Goldman 305, 304.73, holding a little move there. It is at the moment, at last report, trading at 5.7 times earnings. People ask me, do you think this is still a $700 stock? If this were trading at $700 a share, it would be trading at 12 times earnings. So yeah, it is a $700 stock trading at 305. Ridiculous. You can buy deep, and the money calls on this stuff, 250s, 260s, and write against them and make a ton of money. I think just writing out of the money calls and dare them to take you out. There's nothing wrong with this move. Google 113.97 as we get ready for opening in about 18 minutes. We're up $1.18, up $1.19. At the moment, the split has been done on Google. And those of you who have 5, 10, 15, 20 shares now are sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 shares. Get ready to start writing contracts. I'm hoping that you will all do extremely well this week, bringing income in now from a new source, the Google shares, now that you have hundreds of shares instead of 5s and 10s and 20s and 30s and so on and so forth. Okay. Congratulations. Get ready next week for GameStop. 4-for-1 split will take place. You'll have 4 times the number of shares, and any other splits coming up for other companies as we watch all of this stuff going forward. We are going to be busy people this summer and fall, making, I think, a ton of money. I really believe it. And this is why you've got to watch my classes. You've got to get familiar with the lingo of what we talk about here on how options work and how you write them, how they depreciate in the last 3-4 weeks of life to zeros. You've got to take advantage of this because you're a seller first and a buyer later. You got just stock sitting in your account. You got to make money from it. You can't just look at your stock portfolio and go, oh, this is great. I'm up 2% this month. No. How about being up 2% every week? How about that? Will that help cash flow wise? Maybe 3%, 4% every week. That could help. Time to get going. All righty. Let's see what else is happening here. Thank you all so much for being here. Bama Babe, I guess I will start writing on Google now, since this morning I now have 400 shares. Yeah, baby. Bama Babe's going to be writing 4 contracts this week. Oh, yeah, Bama's going to make lots of money. Lavish is here. How you doing? Alberto, Bama Babe, nice. I'm with you. Just waiting to see how the market's going to react to the split. Copy that, says Bama Babe. Kareem Uncle, did you see the article? So fine, reads like a share dilution. Please confirm. I have not read the article. I've been on an airplane for 20 or traveling for 20 hours. I'm fuzzy around the edges. I need to find that article. Let me know where it is, and I'll try to check it out. If anybody can email me a copy of the article to my email address, brucefarmer@hotmail.com, I would appreciate it. We'll try to read it sometime today. Nazareth is thumbs up. 152. Thanks, buddy. Duncan, Alberta, stay away from the Airbnb when staying very old houses near the beach. Alberto, thank you. I agree. I usually stay in a Hilton. This year I'm going big, do the profits from these covered calls. This balding, angry shorty has taught us well. He's the GOAT. Oh, man. These are compliments. It's pretty good stuff. Morning all from Coyote. Good morning, my friend. Nice to have you here. Yeah, Jen and I are trying to figure out accommodations, now that we're back in Calgary. And I'm saying to Jen, I'm happy to be in a hotel because I can count on the air conditioning working. If it's a brand name hotel, it works. They have pools. They have jacuzzis. They may have breakfast included, underground parking, security. There's a lot going for this, as opposed to an Airbnb where you're in a neighborhood, you don't know the neighbors, you don't know, if you're in an apartment building, you don't know nothing. Just saying. Private home, you may or may not have any kind of air conditioning. You have no idea. You can leave the windows open for some airflow. Someone going to come in and say hi to you? You don't want to do that game? I don't think so. Alberto, Uncle, they are always compliments. You haven't let me down since following you. Thank you, my friend. You're very kind and you're very generous. Make money today. I want you making lots of money today. Coyote, SoFi files for a $1 billion mixed bag offering, says Coyote, from Seeking Alpha, sending the article. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate this. I have no problems with SoFi seeking more money that allows them to expand their loan portfolio. And with higher interest rates, more money coming in the front door. If they can borrow money for cheap and rent it out for more, that's what we want SoFi to do. I don't want them to do it with $1 billion. I want them to do it with 10 billion, 20 billion, 50 billion. Let's go SoFi. And that is the future of this company. I think they'll just get larger and larger and larger. Bama Babe Spire Global appoints Wiley as head of business development for Australia and New Zealand. That was this morning's news. Okay, Bama Babe, thank you for that. Appreciate it. H. Gregory Wiley Coyote. Zed Coyote, this is a shelf. Anyway, we'll see what how it all works out. Hopefully we'll have some nice gains here, well-deserved gains from a number of our stocks. After all, these guys are expanding. I did notice this morning I saw a headline, I think it was in Market Watch, talking about how there's called a SPAC, something SPAC. What was that? Hang on a second. I'll tell you right here. Maybe I can't find it. They're talking about how SPACs are going to implode and how they're SPAC explosion. Yeah, a SPAC explosion is about to become a liquidation frenzy. This is to do with SPACs that have not been able to find a deal to vend in. These are basically, obviously, SPACs that have raised money at $10 a share. They get the money in trust. They're trying to find a private company to take them over and can't find it. There's going to be a bunch of those that are going to throw it, pack in and give it up because they just can't get it done. We don't have that problem with our SPACs. Our former SPACs have all done their vend-ins. All 8 of them that we follow, they're all vended in. The question for us now is, how far down the road in business are these companies that are now no longer SPACs? When do they become money makers, net money makers down the road? Because they all will become, in my opinion, they will all become money makers. They'll become profitable. The question is when, and then how much once it begins to flow that direction. And do they need, in the meantime, any additional capital? Do they need any kind of a merger scenario? Would that be a possibility? Where you might have a SPAC take over another company, which might be public, it might be private, merge it in, and then become a larger entity because of that. And with that, you have larger cash flows, larger client base, so on and so forth. That's what we're wondering about. We're not wondering about whether our SPACs will survive this quarter or next quarter. They'll all survive. They're all sitting on a mountain of money. They've got cash that they've raised. They have virtually no debt, more or less, and they're growing their business. And so we'll watch for all of our favorites to see how they perform, like Rocket Lab, SoFi, Matterport, 23andMe, Spire, ATIP Physical Therapy, SmartRent, Cyxtera. We'll watch them all. And I expect every quarter subsequent to come out that they will announce further achievements, growth of their clientele, growth of their gross revenues, lower losses, a closer date to profitability, and or maybe deals. And they don't have the problem of, we couldn't find a deal that's worthy of investing. We're folding up shop. None of that's our issue anymore. That's a matter of the other side. Okay, there you go. Welcome one, welcome all. Nick, I'm number 169 today on the thumbs up meter. Bama, H. Gregory, Elizabeth Wiley, look her up. She's pretty hot. Olivia, good morning. Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. We are 10 minutes away from opening our trades for the day to get things started here. And I want to say thank you to 172 of you already who have thrown thumbs ups this direction. If you're watching on the rerun, hit the thumbs up button right now. add to the thumbs up total. You already see here live, we're at 172. We only need 28 more thumbs ups in 10 minutes to hit 200 before we even start the day off with trades. There's another couple that just came in. 16 to go. Make it 26 to go. And we've got 200 thumbs ups. Thank you all for hitting that thumbs up button, adding to the show's momentum, telling YouTube, in effect, what you're telling YouTube is, this is a great channel. This is a great community to be part of. You should join the party, pal, because the stocks that we follow and what we do here with option writing can do you well. 22 to go, 21 to go now. 179 have come in. Only 21 more needed. Thank you all for your help in the thumbs up department. I appreciate it. Let's see. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, is this worth a shot? Entering an $11.10 stinky bid on those GameStop average August 12th 120s, even today. Serenity now. Well, okay, the stock's 144.75, and your 120s are obviously 24 in the money, and so what you're looking for is a contraction on the stock price and a depreciation on the premium, the time premium, which is working for you, obviously, as each day is going by to these August 12th expiries. It's possible that today the shares are going to open in this 145, 146 level. They might reach 147.40. Who knows? But they may also give up $10 during the day today, and we may well be at 138 or 136 sometime today, which will put your contracts only in the money, $10, $15. You're still not going to be near the 11 range. Obviously, if something catastrophic were to happen and the shares drop $20 today to 125 or 128, you'd be in the running to get your contracts back. But I'm not sure if it's something I wouldn't rush to the phone and get this in right away. You're dealing with a $25 in the money call right now, and we need to see some downside. We're going to have an upside tick here. We got the markets on an upside tick, so I wouldn't break your leg getting to the phone today at this point. If the stock wants to give up $7 or $8, an hour into the day or two, you might want to put the call in just to be on the safe side, because there might be a $10 dip at any time beyond that. We've seen it happen. We never know. Nick, what is your take on Tesla today? I will make money on Tesla. My average is 730. I'm assuming, are you long or short? I don't even know, Nick. I don't even know your position on, are you long or short Tesla? Fill me in. Where are we at on this thing here? We're up, we're at 734, up 1380 this morning. I don't know at the moment. I'm going to guess that the stock is higher simply because of the momentum of the market as a whole. But if you're short, it's had to go up 14 to get to 734. But he's long. Okay, here he is. I'm long. Okay, so I was going to say, if you were short, it's moved up 14 in the pre-market. Maybe it'll move up a little more and maybe falter. On the other side of it, you're up 14 in the pre-market. You're in at 730. You're already up $4 a share. Obviously, if there's more momentum coming because the opening is positive, we think 256 gain on the Dow. Maybe you've got another $5, $10 on this thing for a $20 gain this morning, and you might just say, I'm taking my $740 off the table. I'm going to cash in, and I'm going to watch this market. It tops out at 741.42. I might short it there to try to catch it at 730, 720, and now play the swing game. I'm short here, I'm long here, I'm short here. Welcome to the markets, my friend. It's good to see you, Nick. I'm glad you're here. All right, we'll watch it with you. 5 minutes to go before we start trading on the day. I just noticed this morning there was an article on Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean has made an interesting deal, and this is not necessarily how do I say this? This is going to become maybe more common. These kinds of stories I'm about to tell you. Okay, I'll quickly get through this. Royal Caribbean today announced officially that they've acquired a cruise ship known as Endeavour. This cruise ship was built specifically for Crystal Cruises, which is the company, I believe it was owned by Genting out of Hong Kong. They went under. They own Crystal Cruises out of LA. They took delivery of this ship in 2021, brand new cruise ship. If I'm not mistaken, I think this cruise ship cost 600 to 800 million. Like it was up there. It was a luxury machine. The ship was built in Germany. The ship was financed by the German Export Bank for Crystal and Genting. Now, Genting went kaput, which puts Crystal in liquidation. So the banker, Germany, in effect owns this ship, and they don't want to own cruise ships. They want to have them built in their country, but they don't want to own them. Royal Caribbean made a deal with the German Export Bank. They bought the ship, the vessel, for $275 million, but not a penny down. This deal is where the German bank said, look, we've got a loan on the books for, let's say, $750 million. I'm guessing. I don't know. We're owed $750. No one wants the ship because no one's making money in the cruising business. But Royal Caribbean is saying, we'll buy the ship and we'll put it into our Silver Sea division. We have a Silver Sea 6-star cruise line. We'll take the Endeavor, rename it Silver Endeavor, put it over there. We'll rebuild the ship and get all the logos off of it for Crystal, and we'll make it a Silver Sea branded vessel. It'll be ready this November for sailing. We'll start selling cruises starting November going forward. Tons of money that Royal Caribbean is going to put up getting the ship ready. In the meantime, they buy the ship for $275 million from the bank without putting up a dime and not making any payments on principal for 2 years. They only pay the interest. I don't know what the interest is, but I'm going to guess it's cheap. The German government's going, perfect. We'll write off $500 million because all that money that we put into that ship to get it built in the first place employed thousands of Germans that we've collected income tax on and so on from the shipyard, and all that spin-off money we made. We'll take your line of credit for $275 million. You can start making payments in 2 years. In the meantime, get it ready, get it up and going, make it make money, pay the interest to us, and then we'll talk a 15-year. It's a 15-year loan at $275 million. And there you have it. For the cruise lines, a win. For Silver Sea, it's a win. For the customers of Silver Sea, it's a win. It's a brand new ship, 2021. They just finished it. It'll be Silver Seed with all the accoutrements, the best china, the best bedding. The service staff will be Silver Sea staff. I mean, folks who go cruising on Silver Sea holidays never go anywhere else. They keep coming back. They keep coming back. So it sounds pretty good. We'll watch for that. So that's a win-win for Royal Caribbean, Silver Sea. The German government gets this thing off the books. The ship has a home, has someone's going to take care of it. It doesn't depreciate anymore, just sitting in the water, not doing anything, this kind of thing. So it's a win-win-win-win. But someone lost. Yes, Genting and the German government, that write-off had to be taken, but this is a salvage win, and away we go. Interesting, isn't it? Any GameStop news? I got nothing this morning. 145.13 at the moment. Split coming this week. Zed, Uncle Bruce, I sold 3 GameStop 130s expiring this Friday. There's a $10 premium. Do we wait until Friday to roll, or do we take a run this week? Okay. So your contracts are worth $15 right now, $15.18 if we take a 145.18 price in the pre-market. We got a minute to go before we open. I would just wait a day or 2 or 3 until Tuesday, Wednesday this week, because if you're going to do a rollover, which I would recommend you consider, you might want to roll into 135s for 2 or 3 weeks from now, or 140s 2 or 3 weeks from now. And what you're paying for the 130s is more or less book value, because there'll be no time left. And then rolling into 135s or 140s, if possible, for time premium and book value. So we'll watch for that, Zed. Beach Boy, thanks, Uncle Bruce. I'm long on this chicken dinner, and it's very tasty, but the more I dig into the changes to short, doesn't it? I'm becoming coyote now. Help. Larry, the bells have been rung. Thanks, my friend. Game time, it's on. We're up, we're running, we're open, we're trading. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for your kind messages. through here and privately. Great to hear from you guys. Great to see some of you folks. And we're feeling great to be back. Although I got to say, Zermatt in Australia, pretty nice. Zermatt in Switzerland, a pretty nice place to hang out. And Jen and I spent some quality time there, and we loved it. Would highly recommend it. But welcome all. We're up 307 points on the Dow right now. We're open for trading. Let's see what the market is going to give us here as we fire things up here. Just give me a sec to get everything going and see if everything is currently running properly. Just give me a minute. There we are. We have to go over to there. And my biggest iPad is now officially waking up. We're up 338 on the Dow. We're up 4.5 on Matterport. We're up 15 cents on Smart Rent. Tesla's up $13 to 733.62. SoFi up 13 cents. We've got SoFi at 642. Good start to the day here. GameStop 143.70 up $2. We've got Spire down 2, Apple up 75, AMC up 28, ATIP up 1.5, Rocket Lab up 4.5, Cyxtera up 11, ME up 5 cents, Pfizer's up 17, HBQ up 43, Cisco up 4, Twitter down 35, Home Depot up 5.80, Carvana up 72, Robinhood up 20 cents, Vanek Vectors 217.09 up 230, IBM up down 61 cents to 139.31. Microsoft up 224. Goldman up $12, 33 cents to 306. 25% boost in the dividend. Beat the street. Higher earnings than and had been called for. They're firing on the right cylinders in the right way. Every single division doing well? No. But they're making money, more money than estimated, more money than last year. Very good for Goldman. Meta Platforms, the old Facebook, up 162. Amazon up 172. Google is at 112.82, up 5 cents. So Amazon is 115. Google is 112. Now 113 for Google. I recommend you sit back and let the Google open and start trading. Do not be surprised if it reaches 115, 116. Then look to right. You might be writing 117s, 118s, 120s for a week or two out, taking some premiums. Dare them to come and get you up there. Time to make some money. Coyote, SoFi opening at 640. This is wild. Well, we'll see. Royal Caribbean up 163. BlackBerry is up 14. Bed Bath Beyond up 14 cents. We've got JP Morgan up $2. Costco up another $1.89. Nvidia up 680 to 164. Disney at up $1 to 96.5. American Airlines up 56 cents to 1503. So many problems in the airline business. Netflix up 750 to 196. Welcome all to the opening of the market this week for Monday, July the 18th, 2022. Thank you for those of you who hit the thumbs up button for us already. It is appreciated. We now have 200 on the nose just after the opening. We got 200 thumbs ups going. Thank you, everybody. Keep them coming in. And if you're watching on reruns, please hit the thumbs up button for us. I beg you. Fantastic. We're up 37 points on S&P, 146 on NASDAQ. We're up 326 on the Dow. The Dow's up 1%, S&P almost 1%, NASDAQ 1.3%, and we are moving higher. Oil up 375 a barrel to 101.34 at the moment, and we'll keep an eye on that as we always do. Coyote says S&P is going for 4,000. It's 38.99, 100 points away. I don't think today's the day, but you never, ever know. SoFi, 647, up 18 cents. Volume on SoFi to start the morning is 1.6 million at this point in time. Last week, we climbed out of the doldrums to hit the 650 level for a high on Friday. That's the highest level in a week. That's the highest level in a month. But we need to get back to about $7.75 to equal May 19's high before we break into that level. And that was pushing, we thought, $8. We'll see if more momentum will come SoFi's way. 647 up 18. GameStop, 143.85 up 221. It's a tentative opening. It's positive, but it's not like, it's okay, But I think this is all to do now with the split, the 4-for-1 split on GameStop, which I believe starts Friday. That's what it's all about right now. And at 140 a share, and that's a $35 stock. At 144, it's a $36 stock. And here we are, 35, 36 bucks a share post split. What are we dealing with? Are we going to go to 40? That's 160. Are we going to 30? That's 120. 20 to, see what I mean? $30 to $40 a share is 120 to 160. That's a $40 split. There's the range. So let's see what happens. We'll find out. All right. Thank you all for catching up with us this morning, and we'll see how it all works out. There you have it. News on the cruise front. News on everything else out there. So much to watch. So much to follow. Google right now, 113.60 up 83 cents. The 20-for-1 split has been done. Now we'll see how the stock kind of performs as we kind of go forward here. Put in stink offers if you want on your Google contracts. I know a number of you now are in a position to start writing Googles and bringing in some cash, and there's nothing wrong with it. But, up 95 right now to 113.72. If Google wants to give us a little run here, why not? Up 111 right now, 113.88. Go, Google, go, I say. That would be just fine. And if that brings you guys a big fat premium, then I am really pleased for that, because it's time for you to be paid for your Google contracts. Those of you who we're holding 5 shares, 10 shares, 50, waiting for this split. It's finally happened. Now you can write calls. 113.82 up $1.05 right now on Google. Let me know how you're doing. If you're writing any, let me know how you're doing on. GameStop record date is today for a split on Thursday, the 21st. There you have it, Nazareth to say. And we'll see how it all takes place on Friday and next week on the GameStop. I expect $10 a share fluctuations after the split, which is 20 to 40 bucks. Get ready. All right. 312 is the gain on the Dow, about 1% higher. We got SoFi holding 651 now, up 22 cents on our SoFi. The volume on SoFi, 2.29 million at the moment. GameStop, 146.47 up $5, 146.70 up $5 on 227,000 volume on GameStop. That's what I'm showing this morning. I don't believe there's any news on GameStop that I'm aware of. If anyone has anything, you let me know. 113.76 on Google, up 99 cents at the moment. All right. Matterport up 12. SmartRent up 9. Tesla's at 747. Nick, nice going, Nick. You're up 27.50 on this thing. Make some dough and then take a look at short opportunities. Who knows? Just your call, my friend. I'm really pleased to see you making money. Love it. Spire is up 3. Apple up 48. AMC is up 71 cents. ATIP down 1.5. Rocket Lab up 14. Sixterra up 11. ME up 9 cents this morning. Spire up 3 cents, as I say. All right. Double check something else here. I'm not sure if I have this anymore. Yeah, there we are. Highcroft Mining. This is the company that AMC invested into, that gold mining thing. You remember that company, the Nevada-based gold mining? They invested in that company, $50 million or something like that. It's up 9 cents to 102.9. These shares have just been getting crushed since they reached $3.30 a share after the deal was announced and all that. Prior to the deal being announced, it was a 30-cent stock. It was 90 odd cents last week. It's now 103 at the moment. Yeah, it was as low as 95 cents the other day. They're announcing some kind of enhanced discovery or enhanced program to verify more gold on site or something. It's all mining talk that is positive. I can tell you right now, where the stock is trading at is exactly what AMC paid for it. So AMC, the stock goes up $1. This Highcroft, AMC will be 50 million richer. Makes no difference. They're into the bankers for $10 billion. AMC is into the bankers way up there. They got 1.6 billion cash on hand, and this investment in Highcroft. I mean, Highcroft has to go to 100 a share to make any impact, and it's not going there. It's just not going there. So we'll see what's going on. Zed Estate, Uncle Bruce, those that could not afford GameStop, such as AMC folk, will they not flock into AMC at the new cost? No, there's a really good question. AMC stock is trading at $15.98. Let's call it $16. GameStop splits 4-1, and at $140 a share, that's a $35 stock. At $150, it's a $37.50 stock, barely a little over double the price of AMC. Do you think it's possible that a bunch of AMC people will sell their stock at $16 and buy GameStop at 32, 33, 34 and write options on those? That could be interesting. I don't know for sure. Just, it could happen. Zed, you got us thinking on that one. We're up 295 on the Dow. We're only up 15 cents on Google to 112. We're down 6 cents on Google, 112.71. I don't know if we're done with Google. We might go higher, but let this be a lesson for us. Watch this Google carefully today. Because if the shares have a down day today on the first day after a split, what's going to happen this Friday on GameStop? What if Google goes down to 110 today, loses $2? That's like dropping $40 a share, 20 times, right? What about GameStop on Friday? What if they, were at 148 Thursday night or whenever, and then the next day we drop $3 a share to $3 after the split? That's a $12 drop. That's 136. Let's keep an eye on this stuff. See what's going on. All right. Okay. We got lots to consider here, guys. Tons. The Dow up 314. GameStop 146.12. The high of the day now for GameStop 147.79. We're down $1.60 from the high at 146.12 on GameStop. So there you are. Okay, on the American front, up 300 on the Dow, 31 in S&P, 120 on NASDAQ. They're all up 0.8 to 1.07%. And oil is up 430 this morning to 101.70, 101.97 on oil. Okay, there you go. SoFi opening at 640. This is wild. Go GameStop 645. The high of the day for SoFi. SoFi right now 645. The high for the day on SoFi 653. 2.3 million, something like that. My phone's having trouble updating right now. GameStop 145.63. We've given up now $2.10 from the high about 10 minutes ago. The Google down 13 cents to 112.64. Okay. All righty. Sorry I'm late. What did I miss? John Bickman wants to know. Well, we've been talking about the fact that Google is now split 20-1, and it's now trading at about 113. We're talking about SoFi 640 to 647. It's the high as 650 something this morning. Nice to see. Up 19.20 cents. GameStop got up to 147.70, but now it's 145.60. All in the first 14 minutes. John Bickman is 207 thumbs ups. That's what we're going to talk about. Thank you, John Bickman, for that. We appreciate it. What else? Spire's up 3. Apple's up 60 cents. AMC is up 90 cents today. I have no reason why it should be higher. You can tell me how great Highcroft Mining is in Nevada, but this is a nothing burger for AMC. ATIP only down a penny now to 124. Rocket Lab up 14. Cyxtera up 17. ME up 5.5. Pfizer up 14. HPQ up 50 cents. Cisco up 16. Home Depot up 370. Vanik up 217. IBM down 17. Microsoft up 270. Look at Goldman Sachs up $15 to 309. They beat the street and increased their dividend 25% this morning on Goldman Sachs. 308.92 now, up $15 a share. That is good stuff. That is really good stuff. We'll be watching that. That is helping and is helping the Dow, and they're helping themselves. John Bickman, SoFi, shut the front door. No way. It started up today. What? No way. 650 on SoFi. What? We're up 53 again on Google. We're going higher. SoFi 650 up 22 cents on a volume now of 3.195 million. Call it 3.2 million at 650. 146.40 on GameStop. We have given up $3 on this stock. No, about $1 on this stock from the high. Sorry, $1 and a bit. Watching a lot of stuff simultaneously. Back in Calgary, everybody. Thank you, all of you, for hanging with Jennifer and I. We were chatting with Jen Jr. last week in Switzerland. We took the train out of Zermatt, Switzerland time yesterday morning. Got to the Zurich airport in the early afternoon. We had wheelchair assistance set up for Jennifer, and boy, am I glad we did, because we would have been just useless trying to get to our gate. They got us there in plenty of time, comfortably, through security checks, through passport control checks, metro ride to another terminal. Oh my God, what a logistical thing that was. They handled it perfectly, got us through, then got to Calgary, and there was a wheelchair waiting for Jennifer in Calgary. They took care of us right into customs, immigration customs, no problem whatsoever. We got through it. All is well, and we're alive and well back in Calgary, and everyone took good care of Jennifer. And we're happy to be back, safe and sound, definitely. We're happy to be back safe and sound. Would I prefer to be in Zermatt? Yes. Duncan, GameStop stock split is in. Well, that's what we're saying. I think the GameStop split is what is causing it to reach 146 a share, but I don't know if it's going to hold it. We're going to find out in a couple of days. By the end of the week, we will be trading 4-for-1 on this GameStop stuff. And are we going down to $30 a share? That's 120. Are we going to 25 a share? That's 100. Where are we going? I don't see us going to 50 a share to trade at 200. Why? I don't know. 146.65 is where we're at right now. We'll be watching that closely, along with all of our option writers who are sitting on a mountain of money right now, which is really what I want you to be doing. You've all written calls. You've taken money in. And you could, in theory, consider a rollover if the cost to buy back your call is just book value plus a tiny little bit of premium, and you can write a new call for a fat premium 2 or 3 weeks further out. I would consider it, but otherwise, sit on a mountain of cash and dare this stock to take you out. Let's see what happens. SoFi 651 up 22 cents. The high today 653. Good to see. Don't have an actual reason, although apparently there's a story about SoFi raising some capital, and we'll follow into that. Google at 113.04, up 27 cents. The split has happened, 20-1. And now the question is, will it have kind of a wishy-washy opening in the first hour and then have a run to 114, 115, 116? Could you write 116 to 120 contracts today on Google for this Friday, next Friday, the Friday after that, depending how far out you want to go? How much premium can you get your hands on? We got work to do, kids. We're up 340 on the Dow right now, 340. Matterport up a dime, SmartRent up 6, Tesla up 24 to 744.92. Nick, Are you taking some profits? I'd be looking at some profits right now if I were you. Keep an eye on that. Let's go. Splair, Rocket Lab is moving interestingly here. We've got Spire up 3, Apple up 59, AMC up 90, ATIP down a penny, Rocket Lab up 14.5 to 409.5 at the moment on Rocket Lab. Volume today on Rocket Lab at 409.5, up 14.5 cents a share, 346,000. The low 397, the high 415. I don't know anything interesting there, but we'll take a gain, baby. We'll take it. Sexter up 17, ME up 5.5. Pfizer holding an 8-cent gain. HPQ up 49 cents. Are you having fun out there, you option writers? We're up 107 on Google to 113.84. Let's see what's going on. Sold Tesla long. Nick, way to go, buddy. Now I'm shorting Tesla. Nick, you're on it. 748. Start shorting. See if you can scoop 10, 20 bucks on the way back. Way to go, buddy. Nice job. Nice job today. Well done. We're up on the Dow, 255. We've just given up about 60, 70 points here. We're getting some of this early morning computer trading going on. Typical. See how it goes. GameStop 146.68. It's up $5. Yeah, it is. Any reasons? No, just the split. And we'll see how this plays out. 113.99 on Google now, up 122. The high on Google today, 114.08. We're just below it by 9 cents. Will Google break 114.08 and go into the 115 level, triggering some of you to perhaps consider writing call options out of the money on Google on a stink offer? Make them come to you to get it. 114.02 on Google, up 125, which is a $25 move, 20-to-1 split. Remember, interesting stuff. All right, cool bean stuff, baby. 748 on Tesla. SoFi 652, 1 penny below the high of the day on 3.8 million. GameStop 146.73, the high today 147.79. And that is where we're at this morning. Welcome all of you to the show and the markets to start this week, July the 18th, 2022. Hope you're staying cool wherever you are. Cool, calm, and collected. But I'm crossing my fingers that a bunch of you today, tomorrow, this week will make a bunch of dough from Google now. Option money from Google. 114.31, that's the high of the day on Google. Keeping an eye on it. And like I said, if you can write an out of the money call for this week or next week, the week after, and bring in a fat premium, great. You've never been able to do that before. Now you can, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 shares of Google or more. Yeah, baby, time to bring in money from a new income source. At the end of this week and next week and the week after, you will be bringing in more money, or hopefully really nice money continually from GameStop with the 4-for-1 split that we're waiting on. We'll watch for that. And in the meantime, those of you who are playing Amazon, whether you played that game already, the 20-for-1 split there. And again, those of you out there who you want to write options, but you just don't have enough money to buy 100 shares of stuff like Google or Amazon, or 100 Apple, or even 100 GameStop. You don't have to do it. You can buy an in-the-money call on these stocks, well in the money. I would say you could probably spend 30 to 40% of the cost of the stock by just buying a deep in the money call instead, and then write options on that. But check my classes to understand how poor man covered call writing works. There's several of them there, and you need to study up on this, because it is your money that we're talking about and your upside that I want to add to, if possible. So check out the lessons if you can, and figure out how this is done. There are 13 lessons on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Get your butt over there, check out some of the classes, invest in yourself, and it will pay you handsomely on the way back. Google 113.04. We hit 114.35. 114.35 is the high in Google, now 113.04. It too is getting hit by computer trading programs. It's all over the place. The Dow's up 339 again. 60-point gain in the last whatever, and now I'm showing a 258 gain. So you tell me where it's at. We are getting computer programming here. 114.24 on Google. Even my phone might be off in another world at this moment. I think Matterport is up 17 cents to 401. I think Smart Rent's 470. It looks like Tesla is 747 with a high of 750 today. Now 747, the low 731. I think that's where Tesla's at. SoFi 651, GameStop 147.99, 148.49. New high on the day. Yes, new high on GameStop 148.57. Trying to run for a 150 print. Will it hold it? Will it do it? I don't know. I don't believe there's any news on the stock. I don't believe so. Yeah, there's a headline saying, is GameStop is planning a stock split. Does that mean it's time to buy? GameStop stock surges on stock split and NFT hype. Don't be fooled. All kinds of articles out on GameStop right now. All kinds. We'll watch for that. Keep an eye on all of that. Right now, 148.63 on GameStop. 148.73, up 709. 148.78 is the high of the day on GameStop at the moment. I think is just trying to get a 150 run in on the print. Now, again, if you've written calls on GameStop, 110s, 115s, 120s, 25s, 130s, 135s, 140s, anytime you want, you could consider a rollover strategy. Yes, you could. The reason you think about it is you're going to say to yourself, well, these shares were, they were 125 a couple of weeks ago. Now we're 148. I would like to roll into contracts at a higher strike price, because if this thing is going to back off back to 120, 125, I want just that drop alone to make me a bunch of money. If I can write a 140 call instead of the 120 call I've got, move into a 140, or go from a 120 to a 130, and it backs off to the 130 level, I score some nice premiums. Also, at the moment today, while we're talking here, it's possible that the premiums on GameStop are building on the contracts because of the anticipation of the split. You want to take advantage of the increased premiums by perhaps, again, it has to work for you, study your option chain for pricing. Take a look at what your contract is trading at that you've written. How much book value is it trading at, and how much additional time premium is on top of it at the moment? Some of you have options expiring this week, next week, the week after. Then take a look at what contract you could write to replace the one you're buying back. And can you move up your strike by $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $8, $10 a contract? Go out a week or two or three in time further out to bring in a higher price for this contract that you want to now write to replace the one you're buying back. There's nothing wrong with doing a rollover here if it works in your favor. Now, some of you could theoretically, and I mean literally, buy back a 120 and write a new 120 2 or 3 weeks down the road for just more money. It's the same strike price, but you're bringing in another $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 a contract cash in. You might want to play that game. If you can move from 120 to 25, great. You'll go from 125 to 130, great. If you only break even and you can go from a 120 to a 130 2 or 3 weeks down the road, and you bring in just as much money as it's costing you, but you've lifted your strike price by $10 a share, it's $1,000 a contract. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, study your options, take your time. This is not a race. Let's see what happens. All right. I just bought 800 more ATIP at this cheap price, says Aaron Duchesne. ATIP right now, 123, a bargain, in my opinion. Uncle Bruce, what do you think about 23andMe at this price? 287. They got a deal with GlaxoSmithKline, a $50 million a year partnership deal, plus royalties and everything else. There's so much potential on that deal that the street doesn't get it. The street is ignoring it. It's not paying attention to it. It's $1 million a week. GameStop, 23andMe gets paid the equivalent of $1 million a week to be in partnership with Glaxo, and royalties on top of that with any drug created because of this massive library of DNA that 23andMe is sitting on that's still expanding, still growing. It's got such potential. I know why Richard Branson is into this. It's not into it for a flip, obviously. Not into it for a 3-month hold. I think he's in here for 10, 15 years for his kids and grandkids. I really believe it. $2.86 a share, under $3, ridiculously cheap. Just, that's my personal opinion. Could this be taken over by SmithKline? Yep, that could happen. This year, next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, could SmithKline create a couple of drugs with ME as partners, taking ME to $8, $12 a share, and then SmithKline says, let's do a deal. We'll give you $25 a share to take a walk right now, or $40 a share, or whatever. That could happen. Not going to happen at 287. So yeah, Aaron, I like it. I do. Trucker Tech, thumbs up. I'm thumbs up 216. Thank you, Trucker Tech, so much. All of you out there for these thumbs ups. You guys are awesome. 217 thumbs ups. I appreciate it so very, very much. Where are we at now? We've got a 114.60 Google stock. 114.60 with the high of the day, 114.80. Good stuff. The Dow up 212 only. Matterport up 22. Smart right up 4. Tesla up at 746. Topped out. SoFi 651 up 22. GameStop 147.42. The high of the day 148.78. So we seem to be going up 2, the steps down 1, up 2, down 1, topping out in this high 140 level. Again, check your option chains for rollover potential if you want to. You don't have to. All righty. Let's see what else is going on. What else is going on? Thank you all. Spire up 2. We're green at 119. Apple up 124. AMC up 82. ATIP up half a penny. Rocket Lab up 21 cents. Rocket Lab getting stronger, up 21 to 416. Cyxtera up 32, and ME up 6 to 287 right now. There you have it, kids. Opportunity knocks. Pfizer down 21 cents at 51.54. Option writers on Pfizer are smiling today because those premiums are shrinking out and the stock is dropping. So there you go. Easy money on Pfizer and HPQ and everything else. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Loving this market right now. 202 gain on the Dow. We backed off quite a bit from the high of the day at this point, but still a gain nonetheless. Trying to get my big-ass iPad to work. Oh, man. Up to, looks like we're up 208 points. Only up 32 on S&P and 160 on NASDAQ. The Dow's up 2/3 of a percentage point, S&P 0.8%, NASDAQ 1.3. The NASDAQ is now by itself leading the market higher. The rest of the markets have backed off a bit. Okay, so much going on here. Thank you all for staying on top of this market with me. I appreciate it. We try to keep an eye on everything here. 147.19 on GameStop, 114.24 on Google, up $1.47 on Google. Today is the day to start potentially writing options on Google. Right on. Okay, fun times. High of the day for GameStop, 148.78. We're at 147.19, giving up about $1.50 from the high just set 10 minutes ago. Okay. Fun stuff. Where else are we at here? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. SoFi, 649, up 20 cents. Volume on SoFi today, 3.8 million, I think it is. And on GameStop, 147.19, volume, 673,000. This is not a 5 million share first half hour kind of day. We're up 593 on the stock. Oh, yeah, that's given, but not on volume. We're not up on volume, and that's the disturbing trend on GameStop's move up. It's all about the split And it could all be the move is all pre-split, and after the split, it's a drop-off. That is the question about GameStop. We'll watch for that, all right? Serenity now, says Beach Boy. Serenity now. Yeah, I just say nothing. Sit tight, Beach Boy, and just right there. That's all you need to do. Let's see what happens. Hey, Austin, number 223, thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. 648 on your SoFi, up 20. We got this 653 maybe, 654 today. Might go higher again. 146.66 now on GameStop. We've backed off $2.20 from the high, roughly, so far, just in the last few minutes. Tesla 646, backing up a little for Nick. Way to go, Nick. Making money this morning long. Now he's short. I love it. This is always entertaining to watch. Matterport 405 up 21. The Dow up 205. And Google 113.82 up 106. Okay, kids? Fun stuff today. Welcome one, welcome all from around the world. So glad you're here to be with us. I appreciate it. Fantastic. Jen and I have returned with Jen Jr. from Switzerland, and it was getting hotter over there. It wasn't like the heat wave of London or of other places. Zermatt was in the high 70s, 78, 79, not in the 90s. Of course, we were at 5,100 elevation, so that made it quite nice, and we enjoyed it very much. 225 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for these thumbs ups. You guys are absolutely awesome. I so appreciate this, these thumbs ups. Any of you who are watching on the rerun, please hit the thumbs up right now and add to the momentum of the show, please. Appreciate it very much. Okay. New U.S. home builder confidence plunges in July. The National Association of Home Builders reports. Interesting. We'll watch for that, as always. Goldman Sachs, big day today. Earnings beat, 25% dividend boost, 306 a share, up 12.25. Looking great. Google 113.75. The split has been done, 20-1, and we're up 95 cents at this point, which is a roughly $19 gain on the day if you factor in the 20-for-1 split. There you go. We've got SoFi back to 650. GameStop now 147.01. Welcome one. Welcome all to the fun times. Beachway got a job opening for a latex salesman. Aaron, thanks, Uncle B. You got it. Awesome. I watched a Seeking Alpha YouTube video of Spire and their CEO talking about his company, 30 minutes long. The total addressable market compared to what they currently have is massive. And this was 3 months ago. Yeah, there's some upside there. Austin was feeling a little blue on Spire. This cheered me up. Yeah, these companies that we're into, these former SPACs that are no longer SPACs, tremendous upside potential. But the market is dominating their story with higher interest rates, higher inflation, supply chain nightmares, COVID problems, a war in Ukraine. There's all these stories in front of our guys trying to build their businesses, and we're just not getting the headlines. And there it is. That's why you've got to be the stealth investor, and you've got to be the option writer. Be the option writer, bring in cash, pick up cheap stock, and keep building your position. Your day will come. Nick, Uncle Bruce returns to Canada, and this happens. Is this a coincidence? The markets are up. Everything is on fire. Bruce is back. He's wearing his green T-shirt. What's going on there? Yeah. What is happening? 650 on SoFi. GameStop, 147.08. Jumping around quite a bit right now. The Dow is up 205 at this moment in time. Now, today, the schedule, I will be on the air with you here at 3 o'clock Eastern time for the final hour trading later today, as I usually am. And on Traveling with Bruce, my other channel, I'll be on the air twice today, 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Eastern for the two shows over there. 7 o'clock for members only, 8 o'clock for anybody to join in. And you're welcome to come on over to TWB anytime you want and see us. I've got videos to upload on TWB. Oh my God, I got some phenomenal videos of Zermatt, glaciers, the rail trip up there. Oh my gosh, I got some good stuff. I can't wait to post it. I need hours of time. Not today. It will be tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday. I got to recover. Jen and I have got to get over jet lag and the time change. It's an 8-hour difference from Zermatt to here, going backwards. And so we're going to hit the wall later today for sure. And so we've got to get over it. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We're up 202 on the Dow, up 83 cents on Google to 113.60. Matterport up 22, SmartRent up 6, Tesla up to 745.95, SoFi at 650 up 21, GameStop 146.77, 146.48. We're off about $2.30 a share from the high of the day, $2.50 a share from the high of the day on GameStop. We're jumping around. Spire up a penny, Apple up 92, AMC up 67, ATIP down a half, Rocket Lab up 24 to 419, Cyxtera up 27, ME up 5.5 to 286. Pfizer down 7, HPQ up 34 to 32 bucks, Cisco down 17 cents, Twitter down 32 to 37.38, Home Depot up 154, Carvana up 147 to 22.72, Robinhood up 33 cents to 8.74, Vanik Vectors up 26 cents to 2.15. IBM down 54 cents at 139.30 range. Microsoft up 3.30. Goldman up 10 bucks to 304.60. Meta Platforms up 2.50. Amazon up 199 to 115.59. Now up 2 bucks. Bed Bath Beyond up 13, BlackBerry up 12, Royal Caribbean up 191 a share to 34.67. They've just bought the ship known as the Endeavour. They just acquired it through a series of banking arrangements through the German Export National Bank to take it away from Crystal, the bankrupt cruise line. Now it's going to become a Silver Sea cruise ship. It's going to be known as Silver Endeavour after a retrofit sailing in November of this year at a cost of $275 million, a fraction of what it cost to build it just last year. What a great acquisition for Royal Caribbean. Anyway, stocks up 192. Target up 194. JP Morgan down 4. Costco down $1.30. Walmart down 7. Nvidia up 6.5. Disney up $1. We've got American Airlines up 34 cents. Netflix up $7 to $1.96. We've got Moderna down up 21 cents today. There's the flash where we're at right now. 113.51 up 74 on your Google. Those of you who are able to write contracts on Google. The Dow up 151, giving up a lot of ground here. We're up 0.47 of a point, but we were up 1 point something percentage point, giving up over half our gains. NASDAQ holding 1% gain at 117, and oil up 450 in Texas at 102 a barrel at the moment. Okay. All right, Spare. I bet you all the reason for the markets going up. Bruce is back in Canada. Spare. Thank you, my friend. Nice to see you. Zed, GameStop below 145. Yep, 144.31. Just took a dump. GameStop just took a dip here. I don't know how serious this is. This is just a seller or what. 144.22 down from the high of 148.78. That was the high trade today. We've given up $4.60 here in a hurry. Right now up 250 at 144.16 a share. See what's going on here. All right, the Dow now ahead by 169, and GameStop holding 144.16. Up 252 a share right here, right now. Never a dull moment in this business. SoFi 646, holding its own, up 17. Tesla 739. Nick, it's coming down. Here we go. It's coming your way. Watching this closely. GameStop 144.64 on GameStop at the moment. And the volume on GameStop is 794,000. Not heavy at all. SoFi 644 share up 16 cents. Tesla 738. up 18 bucks. Smart Rent up 4. Matterport at 405, up 21 cents. The Dow up 181. Google up 74 cents. There we are, watching a lot of stuff happen all at the same time. Thank you all for thumbs ups today on this channel. 233 have come in. If you're watching on the rerun, hit that thumbs up button for us as well. Please give this show even more upward momentum. We love you for it. Thank you, everybody. All right, 144.64 to 145 range on GameStop at the moment. Oh boy, so much to follow. 187 gain on the Dow. We were up over 300 today. We've given up some ground there. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for all of these heads ups that you're giving us as we are, Jen and I are trying to recover from our jet lag from Zermatt in Switzerland. We are back. Next few days, we'll get back to our usual crazy selves. Go from there. The Dow seems to be climbing a little bit again. 197 is the at the moment where the Dow is up. 197. We're up 49 cents on Google. 113.26. We got 740 on Tesla. We hit 750 odd today for the high. Yep, 750. Now we're at 740 on Tesla. SoFi 646 up 16. We got up to 654, I think it was. GameStop right now. GameStop 145.25, 145.63. A little recovery now after dropping quite a bit, right from that 148 range down to 144 in a hurry. Now we have a little bounce back. We'll see what's going on here. Never a dull moment on these shares. It just defies logic. Oil up 440 to 102.05 right now. So we've got, okay. Over at Goldman Sachs, big day today for the company. They released phenomenal results, well above expectations on the street. The stock's at 304.50, up 10.65. They increased their dividend by 25%. All shareholders of Goldman got a 25% raise today. Future dividends are going higher. Did you get your caffeine-free diet? It is gold, Jerry. Gold. Let me show you what I got right here. Look at that here. Diet, caffeine-free, Coca-Cola. Yeah, baby. And here's a fun fact. You go to a super Walmart here in Calgary, you can buy that 2-liter bottle, 3 of them for $5 Canadian. It's $1.70 Canadian. That's like $1. That's like 1 Swiss franc, and I was paying $1, 1 Swiss franc 70, 170 for a Swiss franc for 1.5 liters. So I wasn't even getting 2 liters for 170 in francs. That was $2.50 Canadian. So it would be like $3 Canadian, double the price. It's double the price in Switzerland than it is here. And I wasn't getting caffeine free. That was just Coke Zero. This is caffeine free Diet Coke. I'm a happy guy, let me tell you that. Austin, you don't know how much you miss something until you can't have it. There you know it. That's exactly right. I was able to buy some yogurt last night. I love this Activa, is that what it's called? Activa yogurt. I love to buy them in these big containers. Can't get them anywhere else other than, can't even get them in the States, only Canada. But these big containers are like $3 Canadian, sometimes on sale for $2.50. We're buying individual containers for like 1 franc. You multiply those times how many you get in these, and that's like 8 francs, which is something like $10.50 Canadian for what I'm paying $3 Canadian for. Canada's cheap. Canadians don't think it's cheap, but Canada is cheap when you travel overseas and you come back here, you go, wow, price is ever cheap over here, because the Canadian dollar, 70 odd cents to the US dollar. Yeah, it's unbelievably cheap. interesting when you see it for yourself with exactly what it is you're trying to buy, what it costs over there to what it costs over here. Unbelievable. There you go. All right. Thank you, everybody, for popping in here. We have 11 more minutes, and then we're at the 2-hour window here. And I'm going to pack it in at the 2-hour window today. Start getting a little bit of rest here between shows. Get ready for further developments. We're looking at right now the Dow up 188, Google up 41 cents. We got Tesla at 739. Nick, way to go, buddy. You're probably ahead of $8-9 on your Tesla short. Well done. Keep that drive going. SoFi 644 up 16 cents. GameStop 145.39 or so. We're down about 350 from the high of the day in the last 30 minutes. We'll watch all of that very closely and see how things work out. Google is now split 20-1, trading at 113.21, up 47 cents. A 50-cent gain is a $10 gain pre-split. So that's what we got on Google. A slight gain on the day with a 181 gain on the Dow Jones right now. GameStop will split this week, Friday. By the time Friday rolls around, we should be trading at 1/4 of the price. The question is, has GameStop reached the zenith of the pre-split hype from 113 to 148? Is that it? And then post-split, do we go back to $30 a share, which is 120? Are we going down $25 a share by next week? What is going to happen after the split? It's all coming this week. We have so much to watch for, so much to cover. Option writers, you're going to make money. And it's just a matter of being aware of how to score these deals. Check out my lessons, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Make an investment in yourself to get away from your day job. Many of you are beginning to sense it now. You're beginning to figure out that you may have been hearing it from friends, relatives, coworkers, other associates, other news organizations. However you're hearing it, you're beginning to get the sense that there's a possibility of layoffs in the U.S. marketplace in certain areas of the country, in certain businesses of the country. And for some of you out there, this might be the trigger point where you decide, I'm going to investigate options. I'm going to take a look at writing options with Uncle Bruce. I'm going to look into this because I like the way his viewers over here talk about how they're writing options and making money every week on these markets. And for some of you, if you can make $500 a week writing options, that's $2,000 a month. That might make a massive difference in your household expenses, income, and so on. Those of you who can make more than that, it might be the difference between getting a layoff notice or thinking about quitting before I get a layoff notice, or switching gigs or whatever, or literally reducing your outside workload and increasing your in-house workload by being option writers. A difference could well be had here. So I'm excited for you guys. Nick, I made $8,000 on Tesla long and short, and I'm done for the day with Tesla. Now concentrating on JP Morgan, average 111.81. Nick, well done, buddy. Way to go, man. Nicely done. 739 on Tesla. You made money going up and going down. Beautiful job today. Not bad for a morning's work, I would say. An hour and not even an hour's work. Nice start to the week. Way to go, pal. We got 113.16 on Google, up 39 cents. The Dow up 197. SmartRent just went negative. We're down a penny. Tesla, we've talked about, 739. SoFi, 646. GameStop, 145.22. We've given up about 360 from the high of the day so far in the latest salvo here. All righty. Well done. Well done. JP Morgan right now is, where are we at on this thing? 113.55 is where we're at right now on JP Morgan. The low of 107, the high of 113 today, right there. There you go. Right on, Nick. Well done. 646 on SoFi. The volume on the day, 4.2 1.85 million. GameStop 145.57, 794,000. Not enough volume to really take this too far. We need more than that. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you all for popping in. Thanks again, you guys, for these thumbs ups. There's 245 of you watching here. We've received 240 thumbs ups today. Love this, how you guys are helping out with these thumbs ups, and you give me such a high ratio of thumbs ups to watchers. It's fantastic. I love you. If you're watching the rerun, hit that sucker for us and add to the momentum of this show. Thank you all. It really means a lot to us. Thank you very, very much. 145.20 now on SoFi, down 365 from the high of the day. And the Dow's up 190, 185, 190 or so, 0.61 of a percentage point. Oil up 430 a share, 430 a barrel on oil. Sorry, 101.94 in West Texas. Okay, there you go. There's the deal. I'll be on this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time to close this market out for you today with you. Join me then for the next installment of this channel's live action. And we'll see those. Some of you, we may see you on Traveling with Bruce later tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Eastern. I'll be on there as well. Busy day today. Lots to do between here and for Jen and I. We got a lot going on. Thank you guys so much for your support today. Appreciate it. Great to have all of you here with me today. Nice to be back in the regular time zone-ish, kind of. Getting up at 4:30 in the morning. Is that nice? I don't know. In Europe, I could sleep in. It's kind of weird here. But we're all good, and we're all surviving. We're all going to stay on top of these markets. I'm going to say my goodbyes right now. I'll see you today, 3 o'clock Eastern for the final hour of trading. Okay? Make money in the meantime. Get ready to write options on your Google, and let me know how you're doing, depending on how Google performs as the day wears on. Okay, everybody? Thanks, everyone. We'll catch you at 3 Eastern later today.